Hey, hey, friends. Hello. Greetings. Mari Smith here. And doing an impromptu Facebook Live. I want to hear from you. Q&A. Some big news just announced today. Good. We always just double check that we're doing good. So here we are using Be Live TV, and I put one of the few little frames, a little Valentine frame, because yesterday was Valentine's, of course, right? Hello, Tony. How fun is this? Hi, Cassie. Hello, beautiful. Are you back in the UK yet? Joseline, ¿qué pasa, amigo? So isn't that fun that even though it looks like I'm going to point to the wrong way probably. Is that the way I should be pointing? There's a lag time. The little hearts that are dangling from my ceiling are actually a frame. Yeah, I was pointing the wrong way. There's a lag time. It's a frame from Be Live. So anyway, Be Live TV is pretty fun stuff. So hello from Scotland. All right, so let me go and I'm going to look at, now that I see that that's working, that's great. I'm going to go back to my Be Live, and what the cool thing with this is that I can put your questions up on my screen. So Heather Nichols says, how are you liking Be Live TV? I love it. I'm actually going to be talking to the CEO tomorrow, and I think it's a really super cool platform. They are based out of Israel, and it is the only app that I have seen that allows, or platform, live platform, that allows for doing what we're doing right here. Putting, as you can see, we've got Heather up here. Let's see who else. It's super easy. See, here is who I just saw there, Tracy. Tracy from Alaska. Hello from snowy Alaska. As you can see outside my window, it is sunny San Diego. Elise, I hope that I'm saying your name right. Elise said, I'd love to hear your point of view on advertising in Facebook Messenger. Wonderful question. So inside of Facebook Messenger, what Elise is asking is, this is a brand new ad unit currently being tested in Thailand and Australia that appears on the home screen of your Facebook Messenger. It's interesting, change on Facebook. We kind of resist at first. We're like, no, don't do it. As a user, I'm looking through my private messages. Do I really want to see ads? Probably not. But as a marketer, if I can reach my exact target market and I can engage with my audience and create a more intimate experience, relationship-oriented experience, then I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Hiya, Richard Dancy in the UK. How much extra pull does a live video give you? A lot more. Facebook is absolutely favoring, giving priority, organic newsfeed reach, and then you can go ahead and get the captions. You can use a service like rev.com. You can upload. What I tend to do is I will take this video once I'm finished broadcasting, go into the settings, definitely pick a good thumbnail, right? Facebook gives you 10 thumbnails and you don't want to be kind of, mid-word and looking weird. So find a nice smiley thumbnail or upload one. Then that takes care of that. If it's 5 minutes or less, the captions will be automatically generated by Facebook. And then excuse me, I will download the HD video and load it up to YouTube, and I'll let the captions automatically generate over there. And then they still need editing and fixing. And then I download that SRT file and load it up to Facebook. Then I'll put some budget behind it and I'll advertise to elevate the reach. And then the really cool thing is you can actually do, the engagement video views. So in any case, Richard, bottom line, it's like, is it 3 times? Is it 5 times? Is it 10 times? It just depends. It really does depend. Some great questions coming in here. Dewey is asking polls on Facebook Live. Now, I think I know what you're talking about, Dewey. You're not, you don't just mean like someone like me coming on and going, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" Pop your answer in the comments below. What you're talking about is it's actually, I want to even call it like simulated Facebook Live. And there is some kind of a hack, right? There's some kind of, I don't even know the half of how it's done, but there's a lot of tools out there and people promoting this as a service where, it's like, if you like this person, then do a thumbs up. But if you prefer this person, then do a heart. And you can see the real-time counts I do not care for those. Personally, I don't care for them. Right. So anyway, I'm surprised that Facebook even lets them run, quite frankly. I really do. Yeah. Nicola, Doherty, Facebook locations. Is it worth it? You're asking me Facebook locations. So I'm assuming what you might mean here, Nicola, is multiple locations for a single business. So actually setting up the different locations. And I would say it's absolutely worth it. So whether you have a franchise or a simple, multiple physical locations, what happens is when people go to check in or that they want to be able to find your specific business. You also have the ability to get free Bluetooth beacons from Facebook, and that can help with putting those page tips to people within a certain vicinity of your physical business. And then you've got reviews, and then people being able to find you. So you might have one master page, and then you'd have individual locations featured on your master page. Lots of different things. Holly Bex, great questions here. I'm loving them. I have probably roughly about 15 minutes of time with you remaining because I have a call coming up, and I'm going to answer as many as I possibly can. And any that I don't get to, I will do my best to pop back into the comments and answer more. But these are great. Hello, Holly Bex. What a cute wee doggy. Can you retarget users who watch your live videos but didn't interact? Yes, yes, yes. Perfect question. Love it. Facebook has this relatively new feature inside of Ads Manager or Power Editor. Those of you who use that, if you're using Power Editor, you know about it. But Ads Manager, so you go in there and you go into your audiences, and it's called an engagement custom audience. You go to click on audiences, then custom audience, then video views. Now you can start at the basic 3 seconds, which is the minimum amount of time that Facebook counts as a view. And now that's obviously included autoplay. Now I just announced or just shared the news that Facebook is now going to be rolling out autoplay video with sound on. And I don't know about you, my personal preference, I don't care for sound on. As what's going to happen when we're scrolling through our mobile devices, right? You're going to see or hear, the sound coming on, throughout the videos as you scroll through them. But anyway, Holly, absolutely. You go into your engagement custom audiences. I don't know, you could do I would split them up. I would do a custom audience with 3 seconds, and then there's 10 seconds, there's 25%, 50%, and all the way up to 90%. So good stuff. Yes. Oh, hi, Louie. You don't think beacons, really? Because I know if I Google Facebook Bluetooth beacons, and there's a place that you can actually apply to have them sent. But that's good to know. I'm going to double check into that. Yeah. Hi, Sherry, sunny Arizona. Now it's interesting. I'm going to be actually talking to the Be Live team, as I say, tomorrow, and it's really interesting. I'd love to be able to put a little check mark on the questions I know I've answered. So I'm just going to scroll down. They are in chronological order, so I'm just going to scroll down, but they do tend to push up. Where else I saw another great one. This is a long one. I don't think I can do that. Let's see what Paul is saying. This is long. You might not be able to read that. Paul is saying, I ran a Facebook ad. I was warned it had too much text. You only had 4 words. Well, but if the words are big, it's the font size. It's basically more than 20% text, but Facebook will still allow you to place the ad. Well, they may not give you as much reach. They've actually minimized the reach. So I sent it in for review, it was approved, started to run, and now I'm getting your ad is not performing warnings. Yeah, I would just pause it and redo it. Really, Paula, because it's just you might be wasting money, So I would recommend that you go ahead and see if you can do different. You're saying it's only 4 words, but it depends on the size of the font across, because it's still that 20%. Yeah, it really is. Hi, Maikel. My thoughts on the new Facebook video update. So there's 4 of them that Facebook just announced yesterday. I put it on my wall. You guys can see it down there later if you haven't seen it already. So number 1 is the autoplay with sound on. Personally, I am not a fan of autoplay sound on. I really am not. I never have been. I'm the kind of person that has a lot of tabs and windows open at any one time, and all of a sudden you something starts playing, and you're like, you're in the middle of something and you're like, wait, you're looking for the wee speaker icon and where's that? And sometimes it doesn't always show up, right? Or you're in the middle of somewhere public like Starbucks or something. But anyway, the good news with the autoplay sound on videos is that on both mobile and desktop, Facebook's going to give you the ability to disable that feature. Okay, so that's a main thing to know there. The other announcements were vertical video. Facebook just made some enhancements to vertical video, which means more like Snapchat. Watch and scroll. I have had that feature for a while. Maybe many of you have the picture-in-picture. So you're watching. You can actually tap you can like drag and drop it, and it just sits in the corner while you're continuing to scroll. And then the big news, which is actually again, people. I posted about it. Many people have been talking about it for a while, that Facebook's kind of getting into the TV world, if you will. There's a new video app coming out for TV. It's going to roll out soon, and it's going to app stores for Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung Smart TV, more platforms to come. So Facebook is definitely foraying into the world of, major TV, getting those eyeballs consuming video content on our mobile devices and on desktop and through our TVs on the big screen. So my friends, this is it. I mean, this is really where more and more business people needing to put their efforts and their focus is coming up with good video content. And you're looking right now, this is my simple home office. You got my whiteboard there. Valentine's roses, my sweetie pie, give me 2 dozen roses, and all that good stuff. So champagne and dinner. And I got the frame here. Be Live still has their Valentine frame around. If you just joined us, that's what that is. But another part of my home office, I'm actually designing a studio, proper studio. I do have professional lights and obviously the microphone that you can see here. So yeah, it's really interesting. Oh, and just one more thing I want to add about the Facebook and the TV part of it is that Facebook is actually buying the rights or licensing, right? Licensing, like, how you have like your Amazon original series, right? And your Netflix originals. We are very soon going to be seeing like Facebook originals. There's going to be Facebook produced television type content, right? It's all about getting those eyeballs. Good stuff though. Thanks for that question. And what else do we have? So funny because I got my screen so huge here, but if I did this last time I used Be Live, I'll make it a wee bit smaller so I don't have to like look away over there. Let's see. Kiva, hi, I'm well. Thank you so much. That's very kind. And let's see. Sher, hiya. I'm trying to work on increasing organic reach for my clients' Facebook pages. Any thoughts on what I might do? Well, definitely more video, more live, counterintuitively posting less often. Don't post more. It depends. There's very few things that are absolutely prescriptive, right? Do this for everybody. But I'm going to recommend something like once a day or so is okay. I sometimes even say like 5 times a week. Now, I have clients and friends that, businesses that post once an hour, 24 hours a day, right? 24 posts. That's a lot. Sometimes multiple times. Those are the big like passion pages. But for most businesses, 1 post a day, is fine. Unless you're a media company, you're a news company, you've got a lot of information to share, then it's, you're always breaking news, that kind of thing. But think of yourself in education. See what we're doing right here. I'm sharing as much educational content as I can in this simple format by answering your questions, which is something I just love to do. I'm camera ready today anyway. I love it. Yes, and I'm going to be doing more Facebook Lives and my official show. So posting outside of business hours is another really good one for you to know, Cher, is not thinking, okay, I'm a 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 or whatever your business hours are, and I'm going to make my content during that time. Thinking about your users, your audience. They are on Facebook predominantly for personal reasons. They are like checking here and there and everywhere. On average, 14 times a day that people check Facebook. For some of us addicts, 14 times an hour, right? And But my point is that for the more extended times that users check Facebook is going to be evenings and weekends. All right. So that's some tips for you there, Sher. But really, I mean, I'd really encourage you to educate your clients into the power of allocating even a nominal budget to elevate the reach of their posts. And the thing is that when you start to use the Facebook ad tools, you'll find your organic reach will increase. I know, that's how it works. Interesting stuff, huh? Let's see, who else do we have? That one. Jeffrey, you're asking me, have I noticed as of recently Facebook reach has been down? Did they change their algorithm? They're always messing with their algorithms, tweaking them, improving them, I should say, not messing with, right? But anyway, not that I know of specifically, but I do know that there were some recent adjustments, obviously, for videos. They're also doing some stuff with fake news. So, make sure that that's minimized in the feed, so on and so forth. So they're always making adjustments. They're making tweaks. Yeah. So good stuff. Nicole. Wonderful. So you're saying, Nicole Knack, we have a Facebook Live show, but we're having difficulty building an audience outside of our friends. Any tips? Well, so let's see. First of all, do you have an email list? If you have an email list, no matter how big or small, I mean, definitely email people that are on your business email list and let them know to come and like your page, sign up for notifications, make a little video or show a screenshot for how to sign up for notifications when you go live. Okay, that's going to be really important. Where else do you have an audience? On Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, YouTube, looking to see where else are the eyeballs of the people you want to reach who are currently in your audience, and then expand beyond that and letting them know. It's really amazing. You want to be putting this in your bio. You want to be mentioning as often as possible of when and where you're going to be doing your lives. And consistency pays. Like, keep on going with your show and looking at the feedback you get, and then getting, as we talked about a little bit earlier, going into your ads manager and creating a custom audience of people who have viewed your video. Now, you want to do maybe 10 seconds or more would be ideal. If you can do 25%, depending on how long the video is. And then that gives you a wonderful, much warmer audience. And then the magic secret sauce is doing lookalike audiences. So you ask Facebook to create you an audience of people that look like people who have viewed longer portions of your video. And now you're going to place other content in front of those guys and say, hey, make sure you like our page, sign up for notifications, those kinds of things, right? So hopefully there's some tips there for you and others as well. Who else do we have? Rami. My question is, did you test the lead format ads? Does it work better than normal landing pages for magnet lead ads? Excellent question. I love the lead ads format. You're going to need to test yourself to see, doing some split tests against, a specific segment of an audience, driving them to a landing page, putting the Facebook pixel on that landing page and doing retargeting. Right? It's a little bit more advanced for many people here, but it's really powerful and it works well, where if you drive people to a landing page, they read the content, but they didn't follow through and actually go then on the confirmation page. Then you say to Facebook, create me a custom audience using my Facebook pixel of people that landed on this page, right? My opt-in landing page, but not on this page, my confirmation, my thank you page. And you're going to put different content in front of them, remind them, hey, come back, oh, we'd love to have you, or I'm doing a video, or educating them, those kinds of things. And just, warming up your audience. The lead format, test that. Do check out my good friend John Loomer. That's JONLOOMER. If you don't follow John Loomer, then you might want to check him out. He's written some great posts on his blog, John Loomer at Digital, about the lead ad format and so on and so forth. But that's a great question, Rami. I appreciate you asking that. Wow. Yeah, Amy. I'm so sorry to read this. I don't know what company it is, but a lot of direct sales friends were put in Facebook jail yesterday with a pre-launch of a brand new company. Nobody is sure as to why. I've heard about this happening with numerous companies, and often what it can be is if there was a significant number of people at the same time were kind of, quote, like breaking the Facebook rules at once, like too many private messages, adding too many friends at once, adding too many people to a group at once, rapid fire commenting. Those are the kinds of red flags that the algorithm is all automated. The algorithms are going to go, we got, too many people doing this. And then they'll pop a thing up going, hey, you've commented too many times. You've added too many friends, or whatever it might be. You're now stopped from doing that for 30 days or whatever it might be. Tracy, hiya. Do you ever delete photos, past posts on your page or clients' pages? I don't. I rarely ever delete content on my page or my profile, because I basically always think through what I'm posting, and it's just not too often. Interestingly enough, I'll tell you something funny. Last week I had a little glitch with Blue Jeans. I love Blue Jeans and I use them. I was just using them. That's multi-person, up to 25 people on video conference, and then you can go through Facebook Live into groups or pages. But they had a glitch last week and it didn't quite work, and I ended up doing like a 2-minute video with no sound and no audio. There's this black screen. Now you can think, well, Mari, wouldn't you just delete that? But there was comments on it. People were asking me questions, and they're like, and the subject line was about my contest rules. I ended up coming back and doing a screencast video, but people were asking me, well, what about the contest rules, Mari? And I didn't want to delete that post. I ended up hiding it. I ended up hiding it from my timeline, from my actual page wall, but it's still, you can still find it because I wanted to be able to answer people's questions. But anyway, Tracy, no, I know some people that they have like a benchmark of reach and views and reaction on the post they make. And if it doesn't reach that threshold within a certain period of time, whatever it might be, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, they go in and they delete it, because they've found for them, they found that it might hurt or negatively impact their organic reach. Again, that's different strokes for different folks. For me personally, I just don't delete content anyway. So, Brett, favorite video editing software? Okay. I got to give a shout out to Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark Video is totally free. You can make wonderful videos with using a combination of stock photos, your photos, or video clips, and doing text overlay, which is really important for videos. Of course, I was saying important for videos because most videos are sound off and you want to have the captions in the lower third, but Facebook's testing automatic sound on. I don't know, but see, automatic sound on, the idea is to draw people in, because think about it, if you put your television on, unless you've previously had it muted, your television, the sound's always going to come on. So that's what Facebook's trying to force us to kind of think about. But mobile, so we've got Adobe Spark, Animoto. I'll give a shout out. I'm a brand ambassador for both Animoto and Adobe Spark. Animoto has a ton of templates, a wonderful song selection. But then on mobile, actually, some of the videos that I put earlier this week, just yesterday, to announce my contest winners, I used Diptyque. It's a funny name, but Diptyque has animated like moving photos. And I also love that you can put your own music and start the music where you want. And had Pitbull Celebrate in there. Pick, Play, Post is another good one. But then, of course, you've got iMovie. And then I saw my friend Pam Brossman. You were mentioning Camtasia. I love Camtasia as well. I'm on a Mac. I personally like ScreenFlow, Telestream ScreenFlow. And that's actually how I recorded my video about the contest rules. Hi, Mike Stilsner. Yeah, my hanging hearts. Can you believe that this is not really in my office? It's a frame. It's a frame from oh, you know what? I think I can change it while I'm actually live. Did that actually change for you guys? Yes, it did. Look at this one. I thought this was fun. It actually says, I think it says kiss and I love you. Or that was the hanging hearts, and then that's just hearts around me. I think that might actually be changing as I'm doing this. How fun is that? Diptyque, D-I-P-T-I-C, D-I-P-T-I-C, Diptyque, mobile app, fun with the animated moving images and the ability to put photos in there too. Andrew, you're saying that YouTube is charging for captioning? And then the subrip is SRT files is for the Facebook. I had not heard of that. YouTube charging for captioning. Anyone else know about that? That's a new one on me. Hiya, Craig. What would I recommend to get leads for a boring dry cleaner service? Well, guess what? And feel free, folks, to chip in if you've got some ideas for Craig. But I love a challenge. And I have to tell you that I would not, April Roga, I just saw you're saying they are charging. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Wow. That's crazy. Charging for captions on YouTube. So I would say, like, how can you humanize and personalize and make dry cleaning fun, entertaining, humorous? Many of you have heard me talk about chat books. It's a wonderful app for creating physical books out of your images on Facebook and Instagram. And they have the most hilarious video ad. 55 million views last I looked. Chat books. So humor, how can you create a humorous video sharing stories of, like, funny garments that people have left off, fun customers, weird stains. I mean, without, revealing any client confidentiality, but funny stories, like storifying, making stories out of your customers. Because obviously, even though you're saying it's a boring dry cleaning service, dry cleaning exists because people wear clothes. And there's clothes because there's people, right? So they're behind what I'm saying is, like, the point I'm trying to make is that there's people behind your business, right? You wouldn't have a dry cleaning business if it wasn't for people needing to have their clothes dry cleaned. So, funny stories about people coming in about how they needed something really quickly. And for, I don't know, guy comes in with his suit because he's getting married in an hour. I don't know. Funny stories and videos and contests even. All right. So yeah, hopefully that's change it, just shifting the way you think about it. Teresa, see you at Social Media Marketing World. You betcha. Woohoo. Veronica from the UK. Yay. What app am I using right now? I am from my desktop, Miss Susan, and this is just simply called Be Live. In fact, you could probably see it now. I usually point the wrong way. Not that way. That way. You have to point the opposite way. Right there. Can you see that? It says BeLive.tv. It's free. It's totally free. Yeah. Hey, Louie has a good idea too, using slideshow, using the slideshow ads for your dry cleaner. Slideshow, it's wonderful. Being able to, and carousel too. Carousel, right? That'd be fun. I'm just thinking, Super Bowl. Remember in Super Bowl, now who was it? I should remember, right? Is it Tide or something? The guy, the commentator, I'm not a sports person, but whoever the commentator was on the Super Bowl, and he had a big stain, on his shirt. And then it started to create a Twitter trending hashtag before anything was said. Like, has anybody not noticed that big stain on his shirt? And what is it? And did he have a big hot dog at the break or whatever? And then the ad came in about removing the stain. I think it was Tide. You all probably know better than I, because I'm just not a Super Bowl person. But I thought it was so clever. So anyway, our Craig, I think it was our dry cleaning friend, slideshow, but also Terry Bradshaw. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it was so cool. So well done. Carousel. I'm thinking in my mind, like carousel, right? To do like carousel images of, I don't know, guess the stain, right? Funny stuff. What else do we have? Holly. Oh, no, we already answered that. Yes, you can. Tony, good. Is Facebook Live going to replace Messenger on Facebook? No, gosh, no. Messenger is a standalone app. And by the way, I realize it's now 6 minutes past, and my wonderful person I'm going to be talking to has already messaged me to give me a little leeway. So we're good. Thank you, Andrew. And no, Messenger. Okay, guys and gals, definitely take a look at a video that is out there. It was created, I believe, by New York Times, and it is showing the power of China's WeChat. Okay, China's WeChat. WeChat is a mobile operating system. It is light years ahead of messaging apps in the Western world. I've said this many times. Those of you who've been following me for a while have heard me say that. And I absolutely, hi, Andy, you're on my call. Thank you so much for my Q&A. You're the best. So if you want to get a sense of where Messenger is going, take a look at China's WeChat. Just even Google it, and you'll find. I have a video on my page I shared, I think, last year, and so yeah, no, they're doing advertising in there. They're obviously, you got the bots. They're integrating e-commerce, customer service. It's the next frontier between live and video and the whole TV integration. Then Messenger, right? Because you've heard like the Gen Z audience, right? That's everybody on the planet who's 20 and under is Generation Z or Generation Z for my Canadian and British friends, 20 and under, that they have a tendency to not be on Facebook as much. They're not gravitating. It's not their first platform of choice. Probably because their parents are on there, right? Or just for whatever reasons. But Facebook is always trying to make it more exciting and entice people in with those fun screens and filters that they put on Messenger. But then you've got Instagram, right? So you've got Instagram has a great younger-ish demographic. And then you've got WhatsApp, right? We don't hear a whole lot about WhatsApp and what Facebook's plans are over there. So it's wherever these eyeballs are going to go, Facebook will be having some wonderful opportunities to monetize. Now it's interesting with this Be Live app because I see as every question or Facebook comment, I am looking at the Be Live app inside of Chrome, and I can see over on my right the list of questions, your Facebook comments coming in. But then as the new ones come up, they're coming across my video. And so I have to scroll all the way down here, and I saw that people are asking me about what camera am I using, and then I want to go down here and try to find where that question is. That's really interesting. Yeah, it is awesome. There's definitely some improvements to be made, April. I agree that Be Live is awesome, and I'm going to be talking to the CEO tomorrow, and I know that you've given them, I saw that you were giving them some improvements recently, which is great. Hey, Yasina says, I use WhatsApp a lot for work, and so does your husband's job. WhatsApp is like the de facto go-to app probably in Europe, in certain parts of North America, maybe Australia, I don't know. But yeah, WhatsApp is like when I go to the UK or Europe, they're like that is their number one app that they use. Yeah. Hiya, Grant. Thank you. Camera, there was the question. Jim, I saw your question. The camera is a Logitech, simple Logitech HD camera. I have a Diva ring light in front of me, and then I have two little desk lights right here. Just a super simple setup. My microphone is a super good one. Heil and the little pop filter makes a difference too. But yeah, and then this is just simply my office, but I have another part of my home office I'm turning into a studio. Hey, Angela. Okay, I'm going to have to give you a loaded answer to that. She says, what's my favorite social media conference? Seems like there's so many. There really are. You don't know which is worthwhile. Okay, so if you're on my email list, I sent an email. I think the email went out today that the social media marketing world, in person, if you can possibly do it, but if not in person, is very, very reasonable to get the virtual tickets. But if you're the kind of person like me, you love to meet and greet in person, then definitely, social media marketing world is really the leader in that area. I do like content marketing world is another good one. If you're a HubSpot user, you might go to the HubSpot Inbound, or Marketo has a Marketo Summit. Those tend to be more user conferences, but they're also really great conferences to go to meet and network, and they're very high end with a lot of speakers and a lot of attendees. Okay, thanks, Rob. Good to know. He says, give Switcher Go to use on Facebook Live. All right, I will check that out, Rob. You betcha. And then microphone. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Heidi at iographer.com. And I'm actually going to put it in I think I can put that in the chat. Did that go in there? It should have gone in there. I hope so. It's hard to see it. Oh, I don't see my own comment. Yes. Yeah, thanks, Grant. But iographer.com, they have some really simple mics for your mobile, just like, lapel mics, or what do they call those things? Shotgun mics that are kind of, you can put them on a little frame. You got your tripod. You get this wonderful little whole full-on portable system. I mean, I'm obviously at my desktop right now. This Be Live, I don't think Be Live is on mobile yet at all. So, but there's a lot of different ones out there that are good stuff. A couple more questions and then we better wrap. Kathy Joe, why don't event details always show up on Facebook events? Sometimes the details don't show. Not sure. It sounds like either it's a hashtag face bug, which I like to say, right? It's either a bug or not sure. Not sure what else I might suggest that is. Sounds like a bug. And good stuff. So yeah. Thanks, guys and gals. Just looking for a couple more questions I might have missed here because you guys are really good. April, that's a great one. She's asking, when will Facebook set live video to landscape by default? Well, you're talking broadcasting on your mobile device, as most of you know, if you don't already. Well, it's rolling out, still rolling out, right? So if you start your Facebook Live in portrait, you can't midway tip it and go landscape. People have to tip their heads. If you start landscape, it's going to stay landscape and you can't tip it portrait. If you are still on square format, which I know a number of users are in different parts of the world where you're square, so if you do tip it and you try to go landscape, your square will be the wrong way. But we'll see. I know that they're making different improvements. In fact, Facebook wants us to broadcast portrait. That was one of the announcements that was made on that post that I shared with you earlier, that they've made improvements to portrait because it's more like Snapchat. That's just my educated guess. But yeah, I know what you mean though, that to default, I don't know. Here's a general rule of thumb though. Anybody here who's a video person, I know my friend Grant here, Maikel obviously does a lot of videos, Stelzner. But I think that if you yourself are broadcasting, I like portrait. If you've got someone else in the screen in the frame, some of you might have seen the fun Facebook Live I did with Mike Stelzner last Friday. We were in the same venue. We'd had lunch together and then we went and did a live. So you definitely would do that landscape, right? You wouldn't try to put two people squished together into portrait. Although I see some people do, and you just want to check it out. All right. So, how many Valentines? How many Valentines? What are you asking me? I don't know what you're asking me. How many Valentines? Be Live has 4 different frames for Valentines, which is kind of cool. Which that tells me that they're probably going to do, if they have this ability to do these frames, then there's probably numerous ways they can use that. Yeah. This is Be Live. Be Live. You should see the little logo. I keep pointing the wrong way. It's right here. BeLive.tv is a free for now anyway, as far as I know. I'm going to be talking to the folks a bit more tomorrow. And I thought I saw a really good question in there. One more. Natasha, any new Facebook online marketing book recommendations? Gosh, it's so funny because the challenge with rating books on social media marketing, or especially Facebook marketing, it's been a few years since I wrote a Facebook marketing book. With my good friend Chris Treadaway. It's just moving so much, but there are some good fundamentals. I do have my book in the background there. You see that? My new relationship marketing. I wrote that. The new relationship marketing I wrote as an evergreen book so that you could have a real solid foundation of using a relationship marketing based approach. Okay. One more question and then we'll wrap, my good friends. I know there's a number more here I don't think I got to, but Liz Whitehead, my last question. How do you use a Logitech camera to connect through Facebook Live? I'm doing it through desktop. Or how to use different camera other than your phone. Desktop. Okay, so there's numerous ways you can do desktop. This app is called BeLive.tv. There is Wirecast, Telestream Wirecast. It's a super awesome app or platform or tool. It's often used in conjunction with some other tools. I also use Blue Jeans Network, and Blue Jeans On Social is the name of their video conferencing tool that goes through Facebook Live. And then my good friend Mike Stelzner, I know those guys over there at Social Media Examiner, they are using Crowdcast for multiple person, then through Wirecast to come into Facebook Live. And at the same time, Mike told me they're doing this Quadcast because they're going to YouTube Live and Twitter/Periscope Live, right? And then they'll also try to figure a way to do Instagram Live. Why not? Be in all places. What's that going to be called? A Quintcast? All right, I got to go. Andrew, I'll hop on Skype. Thanks for your patience with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening. Let me take that off of there and let me put this on here. You guys are awesome. We'll do hearts. We'll do L and hearts. Wait, I have to do them hearts better. Thanks so much. You guys are awesome. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, afternoon. We'll talk again real soon. Ciao for now.